Hello everybody, my name is Xaphan, and welcome back, again, to Everlasting Summer. I want to get the good fucking ending. I want to get all of the endings. That's it. Mega series, there's gonna be like 70 fucking thousand different parts, and it doesn't matter. Because we're enjoying it, but I still want to know what the, I know it tells you what endings you got, but the owl itself is just scary. And to get the good ending with ALISA, I have a little, cheat sheet here. So, without further ado, no, I'll stay here. So we had to choose no, I'll stay here, and then I can't reply to Slavia. Don't reply to Slavia. And then... oh, wait. Oh no, it skips things that, that I've already gone through, I think. Because I can't, it seems as though that I can't skip it now. Okay. So I was frozen in astonishment. The girl looked perfectly normal, just like an ordinary human, but I could not utter a single word. It's too late to run. Did I say something wrong? It took a monumental effort to answer. Yeah. What? Oh, nothing. I mean, I've just arrived. I replied quickly, beginning to worry that I might have blurted out something wrong. Alright then, welcome. She smiled broadly. Strange. It looked as if I had just a normal girl in front of me. I shouldn't have returned here. The woods and fields seem so much better. But what shall I do next? Try to speak with her as if she was a human, or run away, or what? The blood was pumping unbearably in my head, tearing it apart from the inside. A little bit more, and the poor pioneer girl would just be splattered with the contents of my skull. Okay, so I've read that, so we can skip. And, yep, swimsuit season, blah 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 blah, keep going, keep going. Runs from ALISA, stay where you are and do nothing. Do nothing. ALISA growled, I'll deal with you later. Deal with me, what did I do wrong? I had a forced guilty smile. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. I just want to see the good ending. Take the keys with you. Okay, so this isn't one... this isn't one that, that matters. So I need to take the keys. Bam. And then give them back. And then keep silent with Lena. That's probably another thing where I went wrong there. Probably another thing that I went wrong. Because I didn't keep silent, I praised the book. Cause you know, I'm a very stupid. Oh god. Go get the cards alone. Oh yeah, I have to go past all of this garbage as well. Don't worry, the rest of the episodes won't be like this. This is just to get the good ending with ALISA, so it'll be heaps different later on. Well, it should be anyway. It should be. I feel like it should be. Go alone. I'll go get them on my own. They're in the cabin desk drawer. I headed to Olga's place. Why did I agree anyway? Keep nothing, but my mind kept nagging me that this is not a good time to be having fun. On the other hand, if there actually exists a camp with pioneers, then it must be someone's doing. Even if it's not true, then the most logical thing is to seek answers here, not in the forest or fields. But this very moment, the answer is going to play cards. Ah! Opened the door with my own key and went inside. To my surprise, there were no cards inside. Instead, it was full of cups, forks, and knives, plates, scotch tape, scissors, rubber gloves, a piece of rope, a few plastic bags, pencils, and a few broken pens. Everything except the playing cards. Maybe I should look in the closet. It was full of Olga's clothes, but a small drawer with a keyhole caught my top of my eyes. I pulled it open. Wonder if she's hiding something. Forcing it open wasn't the best idea, even if the cards were in there. Oh god, what am I doing? So I was just turning to leave. But words! I just woke up. So, words are bad. Words are not good. Words do not come out of my mouth hole. I was just turning to leave as I remembered something. Slavia forgot her keys yesterday. They're here. What if, for a moment I hesitated but approached the closet and started picking a key for the lock? Of course it would be strange to expect a result. Why would Slavia carry a key for Olga's personal chest? But to my surprise, another key slid into the lock and a few times without a problem. Suddenly the door squeaked behind me. I jumped and turned around, but there was nobody in the cabin. Was it the wind? Carefully looked outside. Not a single person in sight. Perhaps it was nothing, but I still felt uneasy. It was ALISA, yo! Because she wants me, you know, she wants me. I even looked in the bushes by the cabin, but then decided to go back and seek out all the dark secrets of our chief. Semyon, what's taking you so long? Yeah. With shaking hands, I turned the key and jerked it out of the lock. Slavia came closer. Oh, my keys! I thought I'd lost them. Where did you find them? They were in the bushes outside. I just found them now. Thank God I managed to close it before she saw. Shall we go? I wanted to get out as fast as possible and preferably forget about my attempt to violate someone's privacy. When I got back, Olga informed me. Sorry, I remember that they were in Slavia's cabin. Slavia smiled. Come on guys, don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Slavia and Olga went inside. I was gonna follow, but someone grabbed my hand. ALISA! And then I can fast forward. And what do? Go get the cards alone. Bet against. So you must be bet against. Do not bet. No, wait, did I do that wrong? Did I do that wrong? Sorry about that. You wuss. She shrugged and went up the stairs. Before she went inside, she flung at me. Prepare to face the consequence. No! I did it wrong! I need to restart! No! Okay, here we go. Bet with ALISA. I may regret it 100 times. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. What if I win? Yeah, all fair, no cheating. And I think I've already seen all that. And then, yeah, I'm gonna skip the tutorial. Because I already know how to play. Play tournament. I have to win. I have to fucking win. Okay. Draw card. You can take that one. I'll take this. And this. Yeah, I'll go back to that one. Oh, it's another 4. And we'll play. Yeah, I'll keep on doing. That one and that one. I'll take my king back, thank you very much. Ooh, no, you're not taking my ace. No, you're not taking my king either. This is my shit, thank you very much. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Let me take that one. Oh, ace, king, and a jack. I won. Booyah. I won. Win. Yo. I won. Seriously, it's hard to play a game that was made up on the spot and not by yourself either. But I won. Although the moment of glory was tainted by the fact that it was Lena who was the loser. She's not very confident in general, but now she's lost. I'm too embarrassed to even look at her now. Probably I should have lost to boost her self-esteem. But I have a bet with ALISA. Meanwhile, Electronic proudly announced that the first round is over. A list of those who made it in the second round appeared on the scheme after a little while. Semi-final pairs consisted of ALISA versus Xenia versus Olyana versus me. A doom sigh escaped me. Olyana immediately took a seat in front of me. Ha! She glared at me, grinning. How did you manage to outplay Lena? Cheated, perhaps? I'm not you. I just know how to play cards. At least that's what I want her to believe. And how could you outplay Shurik? Olyana waved her hand, showing how easy it was. I threatened to join his club. She grinned yet again. Would you hold back too? Not a chance. Ugh. Then I'll choose which card I give to you myself. If there's an ending with ALISA, I'm just saying, not gonna happen. But then again, I am also a completionist, so it might still happen, and I'm going to be totally depressed, so it's going to be the very last one that I do. No, it probably won't be. To get other endings, it might be even more difficult. Because there's 13 endings, but 5 of the girls. So I don't know how to get to that point. So yeah, that's going to be difficult. Trying to figure out the other 3 endings. Then I'll choose which card I give you to myself. Did you hear the rules? Ah, screw 'em. Looked like she really didn't care. Okay, but I choose the cards to give to you too. Deal! Inspired by my victory in the first round, I ventured upon this dangerous move. I could have argued, appealed to electronic, and eventually had my own way, but somehow I felt truly confident in the outcome of this round. Yes, we were breaking the rules, but I was in the same boat as Olyana. I looked up at electronic. It's time to begin the semifinals, brah. He commanded. I carefully checked my cards, ensuring that Olyana couldn't see them. Okay. So we have another ace with my gorgeous queen. Fuck me, I am a weeaboo, aren't I? Capture. Okay, you can take that one. Okay, I guess I'll take that one. And then you can take that one. Do I have to take that? Yeah, I think I do. 9. I think I'm gonna win. But I wanna take that one back anyway. I want that one. Oh, I got a 4 back. Oh, I still won! Yes! Woo! Hey, this isn't fair! You should have held back and lost! She angrily puffed up her cheeks, making her resemble Humpty Dumpty. Let's have a rematch, but this time you have to hold back, got it? It wasn't only me who heard her, but the entire room. Even electronic. No rematches allowed, brah. Olyana completely ignored him. You have to lose! I don't have the slightest intention in playing with you for a second time. I said calmly. Fine, you want it that way? Yes, that way. Then I'll put the word out that you've sexually harassed ALISA, she whispered. What? I leaned over the table and gave her a menacing glare. So, you've been eavesdropping. I just heard it while passing by. Anyway, it's much better to play an extra round than... She can certainly do that. I sat and appealed to electronic. Not a problem. We'll have a quick rematch. Whatever, brah. I'm gonna save right here, just in case I lose. Right here, I'm gonna save the game, yeah, brah? He shrugged. So the rematch has started. Okay, oh, fuck. Who is this character? She's shown up a bit in the loading screens and everything, and I've not seen her in the game. Would she be one of the endings, yo? Yeah, I'll take you. Oh, queen. And then you can take my 8. No fucking way, man. No fucking way. I've got to win. I've got to win, man. I still won, yo. I still won. Hell yeah. I'm too godly for this shit, man. Easy peasy. Oh, she's gonna be pissed now. I said and reclined in my seat. That's not fair. I hope she won't demand another rematch. How come? I chuckled. Okay, said Oyana aggrievedly and got up from the table. I studied the tournament scheme closely, trying to understand who's going to be my final rival. At the same moment, ALISA took place at my table. I pulled a dumb, feigned smile. Like I'm afraid of her. Congratulations. Expecting to win? I'm expecting that you'll keep your promise. Okay, let's roll. I completely forgot the voice. I keep on like every day that I play this, I keep forgetting the voices that I give out. No, god damn. I want that one. Oh, she's good. Oh, holy fuck, she good. I want that one. Oh, she is good. Oh shit. What? No! I thought she was gonna... No! Oh no. Oh god, no. Oh, okay, I got a king. Oh. Yeah, you can take that one. No. Oh god, she took my 7. I'll take that one. Oh god, this is hard. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I got a 4. Oh, I fucking failed. I need to load the game, yo. Fail. Aha, you thought. Alright, let's... I should have saved after versing little tiny bitch face over here. Which one are you trying to take now? Okay, well, you can take that back. And then you can take that back. I won! Ha ha ha! Oh, you want my queen? You're not gonna get my queen. Oh god, she took my damn queen, yo! That one and that one. Okay, my queen's back in my hands. No, that is mine. Oh, are you kidding me? I want that one. I want that one. I want my queen back. And then... swap. Okay, well, you got my 6. But that's nothing to me. I wonder what's in this one. I won! I won! I won against! I won against! I won against! What does it say to do next? Wait a minute with Xenia. Okay. Hooray! I won. That'll let ALISA know who rules the roost here. That means that betting with her wasn't a waste. Now the only thing left is to hope that she will not spread the false gossip because of her loss. Suddenly I got a desire to celebrate my own victory and have a dip at the beach. To tell the truth, I do not really know how to swim, but the possibility of diving into the cool water under the moonlight seemed attractive. After all, I spent the whole of yesterday in my winter clothes, and surely you could nicely wring the sweat out of me. God fucking hell, I'm butchering this. Jesus Christ. I need a drink, yo. That is some good stuff. In the evening, no one should be here, so I took off all my clothes except my underpants and entered the water. If only I knew, I would have taken my swimming trunks along. Usually it wasn't enough for me to swim for... It was enough for me to swim for 15-20 meters, but this time the euphoria of my victory spurred me on to break this record. I swam slowly and tactfully, watching every movement of my arms and legs and keeping my breath steady. Oh, shit! All of a sudden, wham! A strike on my back sent me under the water. I started to drown but managed to force myself to jump out and grab the nearby buoy. I turned and saw ALISA swimming after me. What the hell are you doing? What am I doing? Hailing the winner! And what if I started drowning? Well, I'd save you. Of course. It was just too dangerous to stay here. She could easily sink me again. I gathered all my strength and swam back to the shore. I slowly started to catch my breath. Beach sand stuck to my body from head to toe. So, after some time, ALISA came out of the water. You know, you swim well. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, you too. Well, wasn't that obvious? I said nothing. You won twice against me today. That means I'll forget 2 of your debts. What kind of debts is she talking about? Looks like ALISA has a problem with evaluating reality. Thanks a lot, I said sarcastically. You know, you're not as much of a loser as I thought. Oh! Oh! Oh, we're getting some images here! We're getting some images! ALISA was wearing a swimsuit that perfectly emphasized the beauty of her figure. While taking into account all the flaws in her personality, at least this advantage of hers couldn't be taken away. Since when did I become a loser? She smiled cunningly. What's wrong? Aren't you one? Of course not. And how will you prove it? I don't have to prove anything. Oh, so is that it? She said without any anger. Yeah, that's it. The silence was expected. A light wind gently played with the waves, sending them to the shore and taking them back after. ALISA was still looking through me as if, it seemed, she completely forgot about my presence. Hey, Earth to ALISA. Her lost look immediately switched back to her normal one. Anyway, bye-bye. Oh, she's into me. She's into me. She picked up her clothes lying nearby and left. Oh, nice. It was late, but I decided to spend a little more time lying on my back and stargazing. After all, I didn't have that many opportunities for that before, or I simply tried to avoid every opportunity. Well, if we think about it, the light from the faraway stars reaches us only after 1,000,000 years. Depending how far away they are. Right now I can see the star because it was shining back then, long in the past. And now this star is gone, already exploded. Wait a minute. She took my clothes too! Shit. I got up and looked around the beach. No doubt about it, ALISA took my pioneer uniform. Damn it! And I was just starting to think that maybe she's not so spoiled. I need to come up with an idea quickly. Certainly I could go and complain to Olga, but not in my wet underpants. I didn't know which cabin ALISA lives in either. And knocking on every door is certainly not a good idea. Maybe I should go to Slavia? Yeah, of course, at night wearing my underpants. The only thing missing is a rose in my teeth. Overall, it looks like I'm screwed. In any case, I have to do something. I was lucky not so much to time had passed since she left, so I could still catch up with ALISA. Hurry up! Oh, in the blink of an eye, I found myself at the square. To my great surprise, ALISA was sitting on a bench, apparently bored. She had already changed. Give them back! Yeah, sure, take 'em, she muttered with a guilty tone and handed back my uniform. Ah, that was easy. Don't think I was waiting for you on purpose or anything like that. Oh, she's into me! She's into me straight up! ALISA turned her back and set off towards the cabins at easy pace. I was left standing riveted to the spot. I didn't expect such a twist. The guilt did its job, perhaps. Fat chance. Anyway, it's better to keep away from her, and recent events do not change a thing. I headed to Olga's cabin. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired I was. There was no light in the window, so Olga must be sleeping, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this bit. Yeah. Day 3! Okay, what's the next thing to do? Wait a minute with Xenia. Not sure why, but I accepted the invitation. What if I can learn something new? She's such a bookworm. I think I've done this as well. Yeah. So I wasn't that far off. Tell Viola that Olga asked for you to help tonight. Olga asked me to help her tonight. And I've already done that too. And then investigate the guitar noise. Yep. Which I've already done all of this too. Found ALISA on the stage. Tell ALISA I'll come. And then run away from Oyana on cleaning up the mess. Run away. The solution came out of thin air. Hold up. What up, buddy? My actual job called me. The solution came out of thin air. While Olga was scolding Oyana, I snuck to the exit. Thank goodness it was nearby. Slipping outside, I hesitated for a few moments and ran into electronic. Looks like he was working till late at the club. Where's the fire, brah? Fire? My shuttle is leaving in 10 minutes. What? Hey, wait! Electronic's words hung in the air behind me. I ran off towards the square. It's definitely not the best place to hide. Indeed, in a state of stress or fatigue, I frequently start talking to myself. Well, not really talking, but rather mumbling under my breath. It helps me concentrate and find the right solution quickly. Okay, where to next? Where should I go? The best place would be the one with the least amount of people. Consequently, my way lies in the woods. Hey, pretty place! Half a minute later, I was already relaxing, sitting on a stump near the forest trail. That was one hell of a getaway. I hope that will teach Oyana to behave. Indeed, she's not a child anymore. Well, sad but true. Not a child anymore. Now, a thought crossed my mind. I might have sort of mishandled the whole situation. A fair share of that broken tableware is because of me. Moreover, one might mention that I didn't have to engage in that mess at the beginning. It got me thinking. How's the weather? Slavia stood right before me. Fuck, where does she... I don't want to get with you, Slavia. I don't want to get with you right now, okay? I want to get with ALISA. I want the good ending. How does she manage to sneak up unnoticed? Thank goodness it's not Olga. It's fine. Those were the only words I could manage to squeeze out myself. I thought I'd find you here. Why? I'm not sure, it's just... She looked up at the sky. There are fewer people around here. Does Slavia really think I have some sort of social phobia? I know I do. On second thoughts, she actually has a good reason to think so. And what are you doing here? Looking for you. She smiled again, but this time her smile was a bit different, a little friendlier, I guess. Me? Why? Can't you guess? I braced and prepared for a harsh lecture. I understand that you're guilty to a less degree than Oyana. Now the camp leader's assistant is defending me. I felt even more... I felt even more pathetic. Damn, get serious. We're not playing bad cop, good cop here. But if I grant that you aren't gonna help her, you can at least help me. Saying that, Slavia looked up at the sky again. I wonder what she's looking for up there. And what do I need to do? We have to reorganize the books in the library. It's way better than disciplinary enslavement together with Oyana. And anyway, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. I'm all your service, mademoiselle, or madam. She laughed. I don't want to go with you. Was that the right thing to run away? Investigate. Run away from Oyana. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then follow me, monsieur. In a couple of minutes, we were in the library. All the way I kept looking around in fear of meeting Olga. It looks like Slavia didn't notice my anxiety, and still, it's quite odd that she hasn't scolded me. Well, if we are to continue our analogy, Slavia is definitely the good cop. We went inside, gleaming sunlight streamed through the windows of the library with a myriad of dust particles dancing in the beams. Have I already done this? No, I haven't. This is special library dust with a distinctive smell that you can never confuse with anything else. These microscopic pieces of the moribund collected works of Marxism, Marxism, Leninism? Yes. Classics. That's interesting. Does the dust near the fiction shelf smell similar to the dust near the books on the physics and chemistry? You start with those rows. Slavia pointed at the bookshelf near Lenin's sculpted head. Okay, but what exactly do I have to do? Just remove the books from the shelves and put them on the floor. We'll dust them and then we'll put them back. By looking at all the dust, reading is hardly the pioneer's favorite activity. Any idea where Xenia might be? Don't know, she probably went somewhere. Strange. It appears that there are just two places in the world where one can meet Xenia, the library and the canteen. I got into gear. I guess I've never handled so many books at one time in my entire life. Anyway, I'm much more used to reading from a computer screen or a tablet. Firstly, there's no need to pay for electronic books, and secondly, you cannot find everything in printed form. How's it going? Asked Slavia, standing behind the bookshelves. It's okay, it's going little by little. Have you read anything about that? About what? Well, about communism. No, I'm kind of more into historical books and adventures. Me too. Well, historical literature wasn't exactly my favorite, but the class struggle under socialism was no match for it. Hey, don't hold a grudge against Ilyana. I don't. Indeed, I felt that my had ego mostly recovered from the incident at the canteen. Besides, I managed to cleanse myself of the lunch leftovers in the forest lake. It's not like she's doing all that out of spite. Out of spite or not, one should think through one's own actions. Whatever. I kept moving around dozens of books written by people totally unknown to me. I'm gonna forget who they are in a minute, and I'll never get to know what they were writing about. That is the doom of many writers, to become a forsaken set of letters in a hardcover on a bookshelf in the library of a non-existent pioneer camp's reality. Have you finished? Yeah, I think so. Me too. Okay, let's do this anyway. I'll wipe them down and you can put them back on the shelves. I don't remember that order they were placed in before. It's okay, nobody reads them anyway. It looks like she has a smile for every occasion. A couple of times I've noticed slight differences, shades of emotions in that smile. Joy, happiness, and sadness. Is Slavia really like some fucking hardcore depressed girl? Is she in the same boat I am? Oh my god, is she in the same boat I am? I wasn't really sure that I'm not imagining things. This time, her smile looked a little flirty. No! Get away! When I wanted you before, you were just like, hi, I'm Slavia. But now, I don't want you, and you're just like, Yeah, probably. At least I wouldn't be reading this stuff. Slavia was wiping the covers with damp cloth, and I was putting the books back on the shelf. We were a good team. Our job was almost done. Why didn't you take anything from the upper shelves? Upper shelves? I looked up. Sorry, I hadn't noticed them. It's alright. Wait a moment. I'll bring the chair. Even with my rather considerable stature, I wouldn't be able to get them. I stood on the chair and proceeded to remove the books from the shelves and pass them to Slavia. After a while, there were only about a dozen books left at the farthest end of the shelf. It looked to me like it wouldn't be hard to reach that far. Always being the type to take a larger bite rather than biting twice. And taking that bite without moving the chair under me became a fatal error. Oh, you idiot. No, this can't happen. Is there a thing that I'm missing? No, there isn't. It's just run away from Ilyana and then tell Olga you were with ALISA. Opening my eyes, I found myself on top of Slavia. Are you alive? I got the fright of my life. Even if I'm only 17 now, falling off a chair onto a girl is something else.
I'm fine.
Her face was only an inch away from mine. Anything broken?
I don't think so. You'd make a rather bad stuntman.
She laughed. You bet. I looked into her eyes. Just looked. I wasn't sure what I should say, and Slavia either hesitated to or just let me take the lead. At this rate, something might happen. Her lips were so— No! No! This can't happen! A natural desire started to awaken my body, but was it right? No, it isn't! I had the urge to stand up, but I was unable to do so. Slavia was just lying in silence and looking me straight in the eyes. All of a sudden, I noticed the bell ring on the edge of my hearing. Good! Ha! At least we know the path to Slavia! Jesus fucking Christ, man!
It's dinner time.
Yeah.
Shall we go? Or shall we lie here some more?
She smiled again, and this time her smile seemed foxy to me, as if she was hinting at something. No! Good! Good, Samuel! Good! Let's go. I didn't move an inch.
Well, if we're going to go, you need to get up first.
Obviously. Felt like some invisible force was holding me in place. Slavia seemed to recognize that and carefully slipped out from under me. Jesus Christ, man, are you gonna stay there? She laughed. At that point, I finally came to my senses and stood up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But we haven't finished it all. We'll have to clean the rest up later.
Yeah, sure. I stayed silent all the way to the canteen. Slavia rambled on about her life in the camp, but given that it was indeed a monologue, I wasn't paying much attention. Coming to the canteen, I saw Olga on the porch.
Don't you have some explaining to do, young man?
Now I remember what it was that I had forgotten. Nope.
How was your cleaning duty?
Good enough.
That's not what Oyana told me.
That was all her fault.
And what did I tell you? I ordered you to clean it up together. And what were you doing?
I didn't know what to say, as deep down I knew that she was right.
Don't blame him. Semyon was helping me at the library. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, that's all great and stuff, but to cut a long story short, you won't get dinner tonight.
How is that? Why? I protested. However, my protest looked more like a demand for a refill at the prison mess hall. Bold and daring, but still stupid and counterproductive.
Hopefully that will teach you a lesson.
At that instant, Olga looked me more like a ancient Roman legionnaire commander than a tiny pioneer camp leader. I had no idea how to oppose her.
Forgive him, and hold me responsible.
The camp leader took her time to think it over.
Alright, if you say so. Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, thank fuck I get dinner. We hurried inside.
Well, I'm gonna go join the girls. We had a prior arrangement. Take care.
She smiled and waved her goodbyes. Seriously, where would I be without her? There were no free places near Slavia, and besides, I hadn't been introduced to her friends. It seems that I'll have to share dinner table with Electronic and Shirk. There are no more places to sit. And then I've done this bit, so we can skip. Jesus Christ. Okay, our date with ALISA. And then tell her I was with ALISA. Tell the truth, I was at the stage with ALISA, and I've already done all that. So then, after all this stuff, I'll go to that one. Still a stupid idea. Shirk. Oh yeah, this is when Shirk was hiding. So I hardly think I can help them. Together with this thought, I entered the cabin and stretched myself on the bed. Nothing good will happen if Olga finds me here. Stop enough. Am I just some trembling creature, or do I have rights? I didn't want to do anything anyway. The day was just as hard as the previous ones. The only thing to do was stay in bed and wait for lunch. I was just about falling asleep when somebody knocked on the door. Come in. Slavia stood on the doorstep. No.
Olga isn't here, is she?
It's like, I haven't done this. No.
What are you doing?
She asked with suspicion. I looked over myself lying on the bed and said, lying down?
I can see that, but I heard Olga ask you to find Shirk.
Well, yes.
And?
What's the point? I'm sure she already turned the whole camp upside down. Not much time has passed. Why should we panic?
You know, stuff could happen.
Slavia looked at me thoughtfully.
Get up.
Do I have to? I was so worn out that the thought of going somewhere frightened me.
Yes, you do.
Slavia is not a person who I could ever say no to.
How much more do I have left?
Okay, so I think I'm actually quite close. Stood up reluctantly and went out of the cabin with her. We stood at the doorway for some time, relaxing in the beams of the summer sun, though I was rather frying. Where shall we go?
We have to look everywhere.
Great idea, just great. First step on our route was the library. Slavia and Xenia sitting at the table. Slavia went to Xenia, sitting at the table, and spoke to her. I just stood in the doorway and didn't want to communicate with this librarian any more than necessary. A few minutes later, Slavia came back to me. So?
Nothing.
She shook her head. As expected. The canteen. We still had time before lunch starts, so there was no usual crowd of pioneers. It was empty inside and outside of the building. While Slavia was talking to cooks, I was sitting and playing with the salt shaker. Some salt spilled out of the pot. Certainly I would be worried if I was superstitious. Strangely enough, he wasn't here either. It would be unexpected if she had found him, for instance, in the refrigerator. The next step, according to our plan, was the infirmary. I decided not to go inside and waited outside for Slavia. No results. There were pioneers playing football on sports grounds. It'd be hard for sure to get lost among them. Finally, we reached the clubhouse. You think he could be here? I think that's the first place people would have searched.
Let's go in.
Empty inside. Slavia opened the door and went into the next room. I followed her. This all seemed to be a stupid undertaking. This was strange, especially because it was Slavia's idea. I mean, I understand responsibility and so on, but isn't it obvious that he isn't in the camp? After all, he isn't playing hide and seek with us, is he?
No one here either.
What did you expect? He'd be sitting in a closet?
Well,
it seems like I've offended her. Sorry, but seriously.
I understand, but we have to check all possibilities.
Okay, listen, what do you really think?
About Shirk's disappearance?
Yes.
Maybe he went into the forest and has been caught up by a forest spirit.
She laughed at that. What a fabulous story. However, in this camp, you never know.
Yes, true that. But now, isn't the time for jokes?
Cheer up. We'll find him.
I hope so.
Slavia smiled. Well,
I still have some things to do.
See you later. She left, but I was standing there for some time staring at the Cybernetics Club's closet. God! However, I was so inspired by Slavia's actions that I decided to continue searching somewhere else. To the bus stop! The bus stop seemed to be a fine choice, because I've already gone there. This isn't on the thing! I won't go because that was the choice that I picked last time. Oh, and either way it didn't matter. This isn't in there either! Just asking. We were quiet for some time, and then we went... God! Got an overdose of stolen candies. She gave me a baleful look, and I've already went through there. Ask about the bundle, which is what I did before. And then give a list of the activated carbon, which I already did. I don't think I ate the apple. I think I ate the apple. Hunger prevailed, and I was hungry. And then a bomb went off, and then we go with ALISA. And Alyssa goes with you. It was as if Olga had read my mind.
Why's that?
Well, who tried to blow up the monument?
And as if it wasn't enough, who also tried to slander Semyon?
She said it in such a voice that Alyssa did not dare to argue.
Happy now?
She blurted once we were left alone. What do I have to do with this? Was it me who tried to blow up the monument? Alyssa grunted and turned away.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Oh, please don't.
Great then.
Excellent. We stood silently for a while, not looking at each other. I dared break the silence first. Is that all?
All what?
All that you wanted to tell me?
Yes, that's all.
Do you mind then if I inquire why you tried to blow up the monument?
I was bored.
Oh right, blowing it up would have definitely cheered you up. Alyssa seemed really reluctant to go with me. As for me, however, I've decided to find Shurik after all. It wasn't him who interested me the most, but the abandoned camp. For some reason, I had a feeling that I might find something out there. And I really did not like the idea of going alone at night. So you scared then?
Are you daring me?
She gave me a sarcastic smile. Oh no, I'd never. Good luck if you're staying then. I turned around and started walking in the direction where the old camp should have been. Alyssa caught up with me at the forest edge.
Wait up! I'm going with you.
Why did you decide to change your mind? Why did you deign to change your mind all of a sudden? I asked ironically.
You don't need to know.
She snarled and handed me a flashlight. It was quite wise. I don't know what I would have done there alone in the dark if it wasn't for Alyssa. Electronic had told us the old building was built right after the wall. It looked like a kindergarten, or like a barracks expected with today's camp. It had been abandoned for about 20 years. Night forest was completely unlike during the day. Just a couple of hours ago, it seemed like a small grove where even a blind man would get lost. However, as the darkness fell, the trees seemed to grow up. The bushes suddenly took up all the free space in the path so wide, daylight turned barely into something green. My eyes are not working. The final strokes of this picture were the birds, insects, and the beasts who were giving a concert, each with its own instrument, creating together an amazing yet frightening nocturnal symphony. We walked slowly. Alyssa a bit ahead of me in her wake, trying not to fall too far behind. She acted self-assured to a fault. Absolutely not like me. Every rustle of branches nearby or hoot of an owl overhead made me cringe and look around timidly. Of course, it was obvious that there was not much to fear here. The local woods weren't likely to be teeming with wild beasts, and it seemed there were no people at all in this world apart from those in the camp. However, the fear was there on the instinctive level, and I tried to walk carefully, and to stay as watchful as I could. Discretion is the better part of valor after all. Alyssa stopped suddenly. So suddenly that I nearly bumped into her.
Now where?
Well, straight ahead, I guess.
Are you sure?
I tried to figure out the directions. It looks like we were going the right way, or at least the way suggested by electronic. However, without a map, without a GPS, or GLONASS navigation, don't know what that is. That is the good stuff. I wasn't even sure that we were still on the same planet, wherever it was. We haven't taken any turns, we've been walking straight forward all the time, just as the electronic said.
Then why haven't we made it to the old camp yet?
How should I know? Alyssa's rude way of talking was already getting on my nerves.
Are we already lost?
Why would you say that? We're barely a kilometer away from the camp.
So what?
She looked visibly sadder. So, nothing. If you don't like it, you can go back. Alyssa eyed me disappointedly for a while, and then her face changed sharply.
Well, I will then.
She suddenly turned around and started marching briskly back towards camp. Good luck there, I shouted as she was going. However, Alyssa may be right, and we are in fact lost. In which case, it's not a good idea to stay here alone. Cold night breeze blew stronger and I shivered. But going after her would mean losing face, even worse, admitting she's right. No, I'm not ready to accept that. Oh god! Oh, gases! I could probably spend until morning arguing with myself about this if it weren't for Alyssa's scream. My legs carried me on their own towards where she went. About 20 minutes on, I nearly fell into a hole. I just managed to jump over it at the last moment. As for Alyssa, it looked like she had not managed to. I was about to point the flashlight in the darkness when I realized that she'd taken it with her. Well, that had to be expected. Are you alive? Yeah. Her muffled voice sounded up from below. Did you break anything? Hell if I know, idiot! A light flickered in the hole. I stepped closer and bent to it to examine how deep it was. The crumbling hole was about 3 meters into the depths, but it was pitch black below. Help me get out! Alyssa yelled angrily. And how do you imagine I should do that? I don't know. Think of something. Well, what do you see now? Describe it. Well, it's sort of a tunnel and... Nah, just a tunnel. A tunnel? That's weird. Come on, get down here. Is that the best idea you have? I'd rather run to the camp for a rope. You gonna leave me alone here? Alyssa's voice lost much of its impudence. But you're alone down there anyway. Hey! She cried out loud and directed the flashlight right into my eyes. Well, don't panic. Trolls aren't gonna eat you there. I'll be back in a flash. Alyssa was screaming herself into a fit from down below, but I couldn't make out the words. However, I only managed to take a few steps before the ground yielded under my feet, and before I knew it, I was tumbling down. I grabbed a thin root that somehow slowed down my fall. But it snapped under my weight and went flying down with me. Oh, we're in a cave. We're in the tunnels where Shurik is. You're alive? Oh, I knew it! I barely opened one eye as I felt a searing spotlight upon me. Put it away! Alyssa was squatting next to me and looking at me in a nervous manner. Any limbs broken? I don't know. I've moved my hands and feet, everything seems to be fine. Given the height, I was pretty lucky to make it down alive. I barely managed to stand up and examine the crash site. Indeed, we were in some kind of long corridor. There was some kind of heavy wiring all along the walls and lamps encased in heavy metal holders attached to the ceiling. In any other situation, I would have guessed that it's a subway service tunnel, but it was hardly like that Sovyanok has already reached such a level of infrastructure. Where are we? I don't know, but we have to get out of here. Climbing the crumbled wall was hardly an option. In fact, I was wondering how we even survived a fall from such a height. Well, it seems that we've got to find an exit somewhere else. How do we do that? Alyssa asked, slowly turning pale. Not a single trace of her usual arrogance remained on her face. Well, I guess there's got to be an exit here, right? Probably, but which way do we go? Now that's a good question. At first glance, it seemed like a good idea to head towards the camp, at least in the direction I thought it was, but I hadn't seen anything there that resembled an exit from the catacombs. And that means that we should rather try the opposite direction. Give me that. I snatched the flashlight from Alyssa's hand and pointed its light into the darkness. That way. So... okay. We were slowly proceeding forward, with Alyssa keeping a firm grip on my hand. In other circumstances, I might have been surprised, embarrassed, or even rejoiced. How should I know? But right now, I was just eager to get out of here as soon as possible. My bruises from the fall were aching, the blood was pulsing in my head like a heavy pendulum. Even the flickering spotlight that kept illuminating the same cement walls continually wasn't exactly raising our morale. Damn, there's also Shurik. What? Why did we go into the night forest in the first place to find Shurik? Oh, just forget him. He might have fallen down here just like us. Of course, Alyssa has a point. This wasn't exactly the best time to engage in a search mission. If we don't manage to get out, there would be a search mission for us instead. But I couldn't just take my mind off this thought. It was as if Shurk was standing right before my eyes, giving me a reproachful look.
Look out!
Alyssa yelled. I almost crashed into a massive metal door. A biohazard sign immediately caught my eye. This means that we're in a bomb shelter. I mumbled under my breath.
Yeah, I've heard of something like that.
You have? Why didn't you mention it before?
How would I know it'd be important?
I guess you're right. Fine. I grasped the door's wheel and pushed it as hard as I could, trying to turn it. The rusty metal grated but refused to budge. Stop slacking. Help me! Alyssa hesitated a little but then grasped the handle and started to pull. Finally we managed to turn the wheel and get the door open. It was hard to mistake the room we entered for anything else. It was definitely a bomb shelter. Cabinets of gas masks, dry rations, lots of equipment, bunk beds, and air recirculation systems. It was everything one would need to survive a nuclear war. Well, at least to survive the first blast. Alyssa clenched my arm even tighter. What is it?
What?
She blabbered under her breath.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of? Indeed, what of? We tumbled down into an abandoned bomb shelter, and now we're wandering here in the dark trying to find an exit. Oh yeah, nothing to be afraid of. The thoughts made me squirm, and I instinctively drew near to Alyssa. Yeah! She didn't say a thing, she just blushed a little and turned her back to me. Well, in any case, what? We have to keep searching for an exit.
Well, there's another door.
Indeed, there was a door on the far wall, just like the one that we came in through. However, no matter how hard I tried to open it, it was stuck.
Need some help?
Nope, it's jammed for good. I glanced around the room, trying to find something that would work as a lever, and noticed a crowbar in the far corner. Great! Alyssa gave me a blank stare. Watch it! However, I still couldn't move the handle an inch even using the crowbar. Totally exhausted, I flopped on a neatly made bunk and gave a sigh. We have to walk back.
But we just came from there.
Alyssa seemed to regain a bit of her self-control as well as her usual rudeness. Well, if you can't, you can stay here if you want. There's water, rations, kits, probably the radio's still working. She looked at me spitefully but said nothing. My whole body ached terribly. It was only now that I tried to relax and that I began to realize how badly. A deep wound in my leg was bleeding profusely, my hands were heavily bruised, blood was thickening in my hair. And are you okay? I asked Alyssa either just out of curiosity or because I was really worried about her. It took her some time to answer.
How can we be okay in a situation like this?
Well, I mean that. I pointed to the wound on my leg.
Oh!
Cried Alyssa.
You need to sanitize it urgently!
No need, I'll survive.
Oh, stop. We must do it, or you risk it getting infected, and then they'll take off your leg. My granddad lost his leg that way in the war.
Alyssa looked truly concerned and decided not to argue. Okay, but it's kind of a long way to the infirmary.
Hang on.
She smiled and started to rummage through the cabinets. There was a fair chance of finding some kind of medicine in a bomb shelter, and soon enough, Alyssa pulled out a first aid kit with a triumphant look.
Okay, hold still.
Well, I'll try. Treating the wound with an iodine-soaked cotton swab felt like the touch of red-hot iron. I clenched my teeth hard and hissed with pain.
Oh, come on.
It's not that painful. It is, maybe you should try it yourself. It was easier with my other wounds, and soon enough, I looked like a leopard, all covered in brown spots. Thanks.
Don't you think that was anything special? We just had to treat your injuries.
Alyssa snorted and turned her back on me. Sure. I refrained from arguing and got up from the bunk. Even a short rest had definitely been good for me. Well, shall we go? Oh, we go forward. Alyssa clenched my arm, walking close in step with me. We headed back slowly, carefully looking for a hole in the ceiling. The tunnel seemed endless. We couldn't find the place where we fell down, not after 5 nor even 10 minutes.
Are we lost?
Alyssa asked sadly. It might be possible to get lost in the forest. It just came to me that that's exactly what we'd accomplished half an hour ago, so to refrain from scaring her even further, I continued with confidence. But this is a single straight tunnel. You can't get lost here.
So where are we gonna end up then?
My words didn't seem to calm Alyssa down enough. We'll get out of here. There's always an exit.
Really?
Of course there is. The workers that built it somehow got back up to surface, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess.
It appeared that she was trying hard to look as bold as usual, but it wasn't turning out well. In the dim light, it was evident that Alyssa was shivering. A look of extreme exertion was plastered on her face. Fine, let's move forward.
Oh, it's that one. It's the mine shaft bit. Oh, we've almost found Shurik.
In a few minutes, I noticed a hole in the floor. It looked like a shell crater large enough to get ourselves through.
What's down there?
Hell if I know. I kneeled and pointed the light down towards it. Damp ground, some kind of rail tracks. Must be a mine. Alyssa looked at me questioningly. Of course we could easily sidestep the hole, but my instincts insisted that we wouldn't encounter anything good proceeding down the tunnel either. There would be either a dead end or yet another jammed door. On the other hand, it was naive to believe that we would find an exit in the mines. We could give it a try, in the worst case we'll just come back. It's low enough to let us climb back up later. Her face took on a suffering expression, then Alyssa turned away from the light and quietly said, "If you say so." Oh, spooky? As I thought we were in a mine. Miles of rust-eaten tracks stretched far away down the corridors. I could virtually see the overloaded mine carts creaking along these tracks ages ago. The walls were propped up by rotten beams and water occasionally dripped from the ceiling. I wasn't sure whether it was scarier here or in the catacombs of the bomb shelter above. I'd say that up there, it was like a post-apocalyptic setting, and down here, occult medievalism reigned. In any case, I was even more eager to get out of here and do so as soon as possible. Alyssa didn't utter a word after we descended into the mine. She just walked next to me, clenching my hand so hard I started to worry. "Are you alright?"
"No,"
she said quietly. "I understand that it can't be okay, but how are you holding up?"
"Fine,"
she replied with that indifferent voice. "That's good, because I really want to say because if you go nuts too, it's going to be a massacre. Because we'll find an exit, we'll definitely find one."
"Yeah."
Seems she wouldn't last much longer. We should go faster. I quickened my steps and we reached a fork after a couple of dozen meters. "Oh, it's this one!" "Well?"
"So which way?"
Alyssa seemed to have completely disconnected from the outer world and didn't worry what would happen to us or how we could leave this place. "Well, let's think. To the left or to the right? What if we get lost?" I decided to put a mark on a wall in case we get lost and return to the spot again. Soon a large cross scratched with the stone decorated one of the beams. So now we're ready to go. Okay, so I think I went right. Seems that there's another fork. Go left, then go right again, and then go left, then go right, then go left, and go left. And then boom! I did it! Following the curve, I saw a wooden door in the torchlight. "There you go, here's something."
"You think so?"
Alyssa looked a little refreshed. "Sure. Frankly speaking, I really wasn't sure that there would be an exit behind the store. But it wasn't like we had any choice anyway."
"Oh?"
I pulled the handle. We found ourselves in some kind of room that resembled either a boiler room or utility. Empty bottles, cigarette butts, and other bits of debris on the floor. That proves that there is an exit from these caves. I scanned the room with a flashlight, and in the farthest corner I saw Shurik, doubled up, trembling all over. "Shurik! My dude!"
Who is that, bro?"
He stammered. "Shurik, we've been looking for you all night. You're just sitting here? Get up!"
"I'm not going anywhere, bro."
He started quietly, but with every word of his voice gained strength until he was shouting at the top of his lungs.
No, brah, I won't go with you anywhere. You don't exist. You aren't here anyway. It's hallucination. It's unscientific. Yeah, unscientific, brah.
What do you mean by you aren't here? Here we are. We came searching for you. Alyssa remained silent until now, but then she let go of my hand and took a few steps toward Shirk. What are you doing? I asked quietly. She hesitated for a moment, but proceeded as if not hearing me. Finally, having come close to the last pioneer, Alyssa fetched him a scathing slap across the face. We nearly died while searching for you. Those damn woods at night, the bomb shelter, these freaking mines, I'm one mass of bruises thanks to you. And you know what? You're just hanging out, drinking booze, and seeing pink spiders, you bastard. Shirk stared at her with a bemused look. Now then, get your ass up and move. No, brah. He began to whisper quietly. No. Somewhere deep inside me, on the very edge of my awareness, I got a feeling that something really bad was going to happen now. It happened. A premonition, intuition, or just an analysis of the situation from the way Shirk was sitting, while the expression on his face hinted at his following actions. And probably all that together, I rushed to Alyssa, the light furiously jumping all over the room and highlighting Shirk's face for a second, twisted with madness. He was wielding a metal rod, and if I had been a moment too late, he would definitely have smashed in Alyssa's head with it. But I made it. Everything was like a dream. The distant shout of a girl, a hollow thud, the flashlight going out in the eerie silence, except for a heavy breathing of Shirk. It took me a while to come to my senses. What are you doing, you jerk? I checked my arm and it felt okay. The blow landed on the flashlight. So now we're in complete darkness. You won't get it. You won't get me. Shirk's hysterical laughter was quickly fading away in the distance. Hey, where are you going? Get back here now. You won't get it, brah. The yell vanished into the distance. What a freak. I tried to fix the flashlight in darkness. No way, Shirk has smashed it into pieces with his rod. Then I suddenly thought of Alyssa. Are you okay? I heard a quiet sob, and at the same instant I felt her embrace hugging me tightly. Okay, it's all over now. Everything's fine. Well, in fact, nothing was fine, but I needed her to get a grip on herself, otherwise we stood no chance of getting out of here alive. I tenderly caressed her head. I wonder, Alyssa crying? Is that a funny thing? Maybe in different circumstances. I'm scared. That's okay, I'm scared too. I noticed this strong and sudden transformation in Alyssa. But what the heck, anyone would be scared in these circumstances. Moreover, she's a girl. But why aren't I scared? No, not scared. Why am I still able to keep my mind clear and speak in sense? Might it be because I have to worry about more than just myself? Okay, come on. We have to get out of here already. Hold on just a sec, said Alyssa quietly, and the room became illuminated with the dim flicker of a lighter's flame. Where did that come from? The statue? She forced a gentle smile and handed me the lighter. Alright. I quickly swept my eyes over the room, searching for something that could be used as a torch. There were some tattered rags and a rod among the debris on the floor. One of the bottles contained some liquid that smelled like industrial alcohol. For better or for worse, in a minute, I was holding something that resembled a flaming torch in my hands. I don't know how long it'll last, so we gotta move quickly. Where to? Alyssa seemed to be returning to her senses. Let's go back, at least. We'll reach the bomb shelter for one thing. There's a light there. She gave me a quiet nod and took my hand. The torch was burning poorly. We had to reignite it every other minute. One didn't have to be an oracle to predict an extremely short lifespan for that rag we were using. I became more and more afraid that we wouldn't leave the darkness in the mine. You couldn't rely too much on just the lighter. However, we reached the hole that led up to the catacombs quite fast. It seems that I memorized the route after all. We struggled to get up, scrambling all over the rust almost blindly. Okay, where are we going now? Asked Alyssa, getting her breath back. What do you mean? We're going to that room with the bunks and cabinets. Which way is that? I opened my mouth to reply, but suddenly realized that I had not the slightest idea. The hole looked the same from all sides, and just like the walls, the floor, and ceiling, we had not a single hint to indicate the right direction. Well, don't you know? Alyssa asked sadly and sat on the ground. No. I replied quietly, but put out the torch to preserve it and sat next to her. Are we going to die here? She rested her head upon my shoulder. Alyssa's voice sounded flat, one might even say calm. But I could feel that her body was trembling, either with cold or with fear, or with both combined. Don't be silly. Sure, things are getting worse, but they're still pretty far from we're gonna die. They'll come and rescue us in the morning. I'll go call the police, so I'd love to believe that myself. I see. Yeah. I lost track of time sitting there. I was afraid to go forward or backward. I was afraid to make a choice, as a torch definitely wouldn't last both ways. Wandering in total darkness without any source of light was definitely worse than waiting for the rescue here. This way, at least, we would have some light left for an emergency. Suddenly, a rumbling started echoing in the distance. Well, here's that emergency. That was definitely the clank of door bolts mixed in that rumbling. Get up! I harshly pulled Alyssa to her feet and lit the torch with shaking hands. What is it? She asked Dimsy. I don't know, but it seems there's someone we have to run. To be honest, I wasn't sure that it was such a good idea. What if the Mad Shirk is here? And in fact, that's the least of all evils I can imagine. But we have no choice left. The stones scattered beneath our feet, I desperately tried to not fall down, holding my hand with the torch out in front and dragging Alyssa with the other. She ran along in silence, breathing heavily. I really wanted to look back at her, but I didn't have the strength or the time. Finally, the outline of a door open appeared before us, and I leaped into the bomb shelter, readying myself to fight any foe that was there. But the room was empty. I swept my eyes across the room, trying to spot hidden monsters, shirk, or any other evil entity. But it was all exactly the same as it was the first time we'd been here, except for the door. The second door, it was open. Somebody had passed through here. I spoke triumphantly. Who? Don't know, maybe it was Shirk. But how did he manage to open it? Who the hell cares? Come on. Oh? There was another corridor behind that door, and it was ascending slowly. So we're getting closer to the surface. I was right. After several hundred feet, I stumbled upon a ladder leading to a small hatch on the ceiling. Didn't take much effort to open it. What's up there? Who cares? It's better than staying down here anyway. I climbed the ladder and found myself surrounded by gloom. However, this gloom was definitely lighter than the darkness of the catacombs as my eyes got more used to it. The outlines of the walls, the ladder, and the door leading to the outside were emerging in the pale moonlight. I hoped Alyssa to climb up, and we literally sprang out of the building. The exit from the catacombs was located in some sort of ruined building that resembled either a nursery or country school. Must be the old camp. Alyssa sat on one of the swings and wiped the sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand. I see, so we found it after all. I smiled involuntarily. What are you laughing about? She frowned and pouted with displeasure. To put it shortly, she'd returned to her usual self. So it's not so scary here anymore. I wasn't scared there either. Oh, come on. That's right, I wasn't. Well, whatever. I was angry. I really felt hurt because of Alyssa. If not for me, she would still be down there. In that damn mine. Where are you going? She asked in a less self-assured voice as I turned around and walked slowly towards the camp. Back to the camp? Hey! Alyssa jumped up right away and started to walk next to me. For a moment I wanted to say something nasty, but I wasn't ready to start the next argument. We found the path we had taken before surprisingly fast, even the two holes we'd fallen into. It was only about 200 meters from the old camp. I stopped at the square and turned to Alyssa. Well? Well? She looked uncertain, even confused. Then? Sure. Deep inside I wanted to yell at her, to scold her, even to insult her. On the other hand, I wanted to have a meaningful conversation. In the end, I just kept silent, turned around, and slowly headed towards the latest cabin, but something persistently disturbed the quiet of the night. I keenly listened to it and realized that it was snoring. I was Shirk, who was sleeping peacefully on a bench. Hey! I called Alyssa, who hadn't walked too far away. Get up, you! Shirk slowly came to his senses and stared at us blankly. Oh, is it morning already, brah? Morning? Yeah, sure. Sometimes one acts first, thinks later. Of course, it all starts in the brain, then the current comes through the neural links, thereby transmitting the command to the body. But sometimes the subconsciousness just works faster than the consciousness. That's exactly why my first swing and why my fist swung and smacked Shirk in the guts. It was only then that I realized what I'd done. He coughed, trying to catch his breath, and writhed in the pain on the bench. What the hell was all that about? I already felt bad about it. I shouldn't have treated him so rough. What are you talking about, bruh? Shirk looked at me in shock. In the mine. What mine, bruh? He turned his head, completely confused. And why am I here? Why are you here, bruh? Stop fooling around. Alyssa barged in the conversation. You nearly killed me there, and now you're gonna pretend like nothing happened? What happened, bruh? You really don't remember. Not a thing, bruh. Okay, so what is the last thing you do remember? Shirk tried to concentrate. Well, I was on my way to the old camp in the morning. I knew I could find some hardware for a robot there, so... And that's all, bro. I don't recall anything since then, just woke up there. I let out a heavy sigh as I turned away. Well, go ahead, sweet dreams. Hey, where are you... I ignored Alyssa and stumbled away to Olga's cabin. She stayed arguing with Shirk. And I think... Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to work, so I'm not leaving the episode here, don't you worry. I'm just gonna pause it here, and then I'll be back in about 5 hours. So, I'll be back, and boom, now we're back. Yes, back from work. I actually got really excited because I got my new microphone in today, just while I was at work, about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. I got my new microphone in. It doesn't fucking work. Just my luck. So you guys can't hear my voice being all crispy and smooth, but I still got my new arm in, which is pretty good. Got a new arm. That's really good. So I sat in the deck chair and looked up at the stars. This night they seemed to be brighter than usual. Perhaps I needed to get the walkthrough up on my phone so I know what exactly I'm going to do to get the good ending from Alyssa, because that would be very good. Because sometimes I'm kind of an idiot and I just forget to do certain things, and I can't remember the last thing I did. Oh, I went with Alyssa to go find Shirk, and he was a crazy dude. Perhaps they seemed so because not too long ago my only source of light was a dim flashlight, and then that torch. The stars are brighter than a flashlight and obviously a torch. Most of the stars, I guess, are even brighter than the sun, but they're so far away. So where have you come? I asked without even turning my head. Alyssa's footsteps could be heard well in advance in the silence of the night. Oh, she's back! Well, What did Shirk say? He said that he doesn't remember anything, and it's unscientific nonsense like that. I think he really doesn't remember because of shock and stress. Who am I to say? I was in the same boat not too long ago. I am still in it, though. Do I have amnesia? Well then, why did you come here? Then again, I guess I knew the answer. That's exactly why I hadn't gone to sleep, but waited for her here. Well, Alyssa sat down next to me. Kind of wanted to thank you after all. Down there, you know. No problem. I said gently and leaned back. Well, alright then. She got up and was going to go. If you think that I'm angry with you, I'm not. Everything is okay. I didn't actually think that. Alyssa got worked up. Fine then. Okay. Yeah. Then, just go already. I said kindly and waved my hand. Well, you didn't kind of say it kindly, you exclaimed it, which means you yelled it, buddy. I'll go when I want to. So now you don't want to? I want to! Well, is something preventing you from going? Moron! Alyssa stamped her foot and quickly walked away from the camp leader's cabin. I took a deep breath and stood up. My head was terribly dizzy from fatigue. Well, at least Olga is sleeping already and I won't have to explain anything. However, it wasn't that easy. Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on, man! Get out of my face! The camp leader was standing in the middle of the room and was obviously preparing for a lengthy conversation. Or rather for a debriefing.
Would you care to explain?
What's the matter? In fact, you didn't mind when we were going to search for Shurek.
And what? Have you found him?
It looks like she was more concerned about me coming back late than the fate of the last pioneer. Yes, we have. By the way, why are you standing here in the darkness?
What?
I said, why in the darkness?
Because it's time to sleep.
I couldn't agree with her more, although I was slightly surprised by such an abrupt mood swing. Ah! I just barely stumbled to my bed and collapsed on it without undressing, but still, Alyssa. I just didn't know what I should think of her. It wasn't because she'd been acting strange recently, no, on the contrary, all her behavior was quite consistent and understandable. Even her returning to thank me. I thought of Alyssa much more than anything else that had happened tonight. Although, if you get down to it, there was nothing supernatural about it. Uncomfortable, sure. Frightening, even spine-chilling, sure. Something related to my arrival here, hardly. These thoughts put me to sleep. And allowed me to drink my gosh dang cup of Mountain Dew! Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, Mountain Dew, good! We ran. Ran with the last of our strength. Like those who run for their precious lives, and I think I've already done this. Yes, I did! So now we go pick strawberries! Oh, well, first we gotta go through all this bullshit. I was desperately hungry. I always took good care of my health, and even better care at the times when something started to hurt badly. Now I was able to walk, and my feet weren't hurting much. So my feet will heal up eventually while my hunger can't wait. I decided to take advantage of Electronic's invitation. In the end, knowing the local pioneers, it was smart to assume that there wasn't even a piece of stale bread left at the canteen. The Cybernetics Club actually somewhat owe me. Such thoughts, I approached the club's building. I heard screams coming from it. Did you? Really? Is that so? I tried to listen closely, but couldn't figure out anything. Oh? Oh, for fuck me, she needs to... Give it back, bruh! No, I won't! Olyana was running around the room with a coil of wire in her hands, chased by Shurek. I thought that was a fucking donut! Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but... Give it back, bruh! They didn't even give me a bit of attention. No, I won't! Shurek, completely caught up in the chase, slipped past me, almost knocking me down. I know sometimes I kind of mix Olyana's and Alyssa's voice kind of together, but I'm trying to do her like a cheeky kid, and her like a bit of an attitude-y person. A bitch, practically. Shurek, completely caught up in the chase, slipped past me, almost knocking me down. Hey! Olyana was running in circles around the room, laughing cheerfully. I wondered what she needs this wire for. Meanwhile, the head of the Cybernetics Club was looking fine even after yesterday's madness. One could even say he was looking fresh. But this probably wouldn't help him to catch Olyana. She was smaller, more agile, and faster after all. She could easily drive him to exhaustion. Hey! Oh, fuck. Olyana ran up to me and hid behind my back. Shurek in his turn left the club, slamming the door on his way out. He was offended, it seems. Hey, what's wrong with you? You won't catch me! Boy! I fucking love that one. Boy! She looked at Electronic, who was silently observing all this silly running, and struck out her tongue at him. Semyon, take the wire from her, brah! And why do you need it in the first place? You don't have enough wire or something? He was trying to catch Oyana, who was hiding behind me. He moved to the right while she moved to the left. He moved to the left and she moved to the right. In the end, I got tired of this and grabbed the wire from Oyana with one dexterous move.
Give it back! Give it back!
She shouted resentfully. No, I won't. Stop horsing around. I held the wire above my head so Oyana, with her height, couldn't possibly get it.
Thank you, brah. Okay, fine.
She snorted and turned away from me. Why do you need it in the first place?
That's none of your business.
Oyana looked at me slyly.
Do you want me to tell you, everybody, that you...
I shut her mouth with my hand and dragged her along to the exit. Okay, we need to go. I told Electronic while giggling stupidly.
And what did you come for, brah?
Once outside, I let the kicking Oyana free. Hear me out. You realize that it was an accident, right? Even more so, it was caused by you.
I know nothing. Facts are facts. You were watching us. Aww. What would Olga think?
On the one hand, I did not want to care in the slightest what the camp leader would say, but on the other, everything was against me, and in my position, it would be better not to get myself into such a situation. Fine. Maybe we can make a deal somehow. She started to think.
I know.
I anticipated the worst.
You bring me that wire.
But what do you need it for?
I need it for my needs.
Okay, let's assume I get it. You won't tell anybody?
I give you the word of mine ear.
I could hardly believe her, but on the other hand, it was just a coil of wire, so why shouldn't I try? So it says nothing about this. So this is good. So, I can just refuse this straight out. Because I'm guessing that's part of her line. No wire for you. Enough already.
Then I'll tell everything.
You'll tell everything anyway, or ALISA will...
Get lost.
Yeah, sure. As if it was my fault.
It is. You were watching us.
No, I wasn't. But no matter how you slice it, I actually was.
ALISA doesn't think so.
She doesn't agree with me about a lot of things.
And Olga won't be happy either.
You know what? I started to lose my temper. If you want to tell everything, go ahead right now. And don't forget to mention that the government's default, world depression, global warming, and Genesis flood are all my fault too.
Oh, come on, stop overreacting like that. I was joking.
Joking? I suddenly realized that I really was wound up too much. Your jokes are stupid, and what am I supposed to do every time? I guess, if it is for real or a joke.
Yep.
She grinned.
It's more funny that way.
Oyana turned around and ran towards the square, waving her hand in parting. Sorry, I was just unlocking my phone. There's an auto lock on it. Can't remove it. Samsung, yo. That shit. Still, you can't deal with her in a harmonious way. I sighed and went back into the club's quarters. Electronic was building something with rapt and attention. Now I'm done with everything, so I thought you could get me something as you promised. My voice sounded a bit sycophantic, which was enough to drive me mad. Of course, I'm not assisting, but...
1 minute, brah.
He tore himself away from his work and got a pair of buns from the drawer and a classic triangular pack of kefir.
Be my guest, brah.
Thank you! So hungry! While I was busy eating, Electronic didn't turn away from his device for a second. It was rolling up the wire which I had taken from Oyana onto the coil. So, what is this?
An inductor, brah. It's so awesome, brah. Come on, brah.
And doctor?
Join our club and you'll know everything, brah.
He looked at me and smiled slyly. Everyone smiles slyly. Why do they do that, yo? Can you tell the difference? Okay, this is a good video example. Can you tell the difference? The
when I record just as I wake up, and then when I record after the day's nearly fucking gone. I know, right? It's so fucking different.
I'll think about it. Of course, I wasn't going to join anything, but taking into account that he had fed me, I had to be polite. By the way, as I said, I have something else, bro. Well, yeah? Wait a second, bruh. He went into the adjacent room and came back after a minute with some kind of package. Ta-da-da! Bruh. And gave it to me. There was a big bottle of Stolinska vodka inside. I get it, but it's still morning. Or does electronics share the motto of get drunk in the morning, take the entire day off? What are you talking about, bruh? I'm not suggesting we drink it. We have it to clean the optics. Cleaning the optics. Yeah, right. Internally. Okay. I gave him the package back. I'll go then. Come back anytime, bruh. Of course. The moment I want to have a drink. Walking out, I questioned myself why he wanted to show me the vodka in the first place. Suddenly, my hunger returned again. For sure, a meal of some buns and kefir was awesome, but it's not enough to fill me up. Luckily for me, I heard the bell sound, calling pioneers for lunch. Beautiful! The day has just started and I've gone through so many things already. Did I already go through this? Yes, I did. And it doesn't matter, so I'll just still go with Slavia anyway. Because that still might be a better idea. And then it's going with Lena or Slavia to find strawberries won't matter. When meeting ALISA in the library, stay on guard. Thanks to the girl's help. And then we skip, and library. Oh yeah, that's right, the whole cake ingredients. Is it stay on guard. Curiosity killed the cat. Anyway, it's ALISA and that means it could quickly turn into a total mess. Plus, I still have ingredients to collect. Well, I'll come later. ALISA left the library quickly, without looking at me. It got me thinking, what could this book be about if she was so ashamed of it? An ashamed ALISA is something extraordinary by itself, but ALISA ashamed about a book? What's the point in guessing now? There's no way to find anything out. Finally, Xenia's deep groan rang out, reaching each and every corner of the library, and it's time for me to skip words again. Boom! And then Clubhouse! And boom! Skip all this shit, yo! Okay. Wait, why was Miku in a dream? Okay, here we go. Try to find out what ALISA and Lena are arguing about. Yes! This is it, yo! This is the final bit. So we're gonna get to the final bit, to where we needed to go. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome. Good ending, ALISA. Good ending, ALISA. Let's do this, yo. Wait, what? Oh, okay, still going. And then we have, drunken good time sex. Day 7. And it's going through, keeps going through. Is anything gonna be different? Wait, what? Something is different! As if I need Lena. I wouldn't be so sure. And I am sure. Let me decide for myself. Yes? When did you start doing silly things? About? I suddenly remembered my current age. 17 years ago. Well, admirable. But to be honest, I didn't notice anything like that. What exactly should you have noticed? That you are able to say something without a single doubt. I think I might keep that as ALISA's voice now. She was absolutely right on the spot. What exactly you want to hear? You know what? This game of hints could last forever. If you want to know how I feel towards you, then I'll speak frankly. I don't know myself. That's exactly what I'm talking about. ALISA turned away. What can I do? That's the truth. What can I do? I don't ask anything of you. Yes, are you sure? Sure, I answered after a while.
What were you doing all 7 days in the camp?
What was I doing?
You were asking, weren't you?
What was I asking for? For what reason? Can't you talk in a way that people can understand? The mind readers are on vacation.
If you wanted to, you would understand.
I can't understand without an explanation.
It's okay, it's just idle talk.
She stood up and went towards the road. No way! I lost my temper completely, so I jumped up, ran to her in a couple of strides, grabbed her hand, and pulled her towards me. Yes! 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 Yeah! But I had miscalculated the amount of strength I should use, and we fell to the ground with ALISA lying beneath me.
What? Yesterday was enough? Want more?
Her face was glowing, her eyes were flashing. I felt really mixed up. I released the girl's hand, but didn't stand up at once. I just want to understand, where did I go wrong?
Why are you always thinking that you went wrong somewhere?
Because you think so.
Who told you that? I didn't.
But I can see it.
You see everything, don't you? You see and draw conclusions that you shouldn't interfere, that you should lie low, say nothing.
I draw conclusions based on logic.
Are you sure that logic of yours is correct?
I didn't know what to say about that. For some time, we just lay there. I was completely confused, and it seems that ALISA didn't want to continue our conversation. Finally, she pushed me away and stood up.
Why are you here now, with me?
Because everyone left the camp and we stayed.
I'm not talking about that.
Well, because I like you. Finally, I dared to say it directly! Boy!
Are you sure? What about Lena? She was always next to you. Maybe she's too much work? And what about me? It's very simple. Just snap your fingers and I'm in your bed.
I wouldn't say it's that simple with her. Don't put words in my mouth.
You say nothing, so there's plenty of room there. But you think for a dozen others.
Well, she was absolutely right on that point. I didn't think anything like that.
So, do I have to just simply believe all this?
You don't have to believe it. I'm not forcing you. But it's the truth, so I'm not going to make anything up.
Words should be proven with actions.
What action is she expecting from me? Well, we could do it again, I said with a stupid smile. I had no idea how I even dared to think of joking in such a situation, especially a joke like that.
Sure, come on.
Whoa! Woo! Yes! My boy! My boy! Yeah! ALISA said in a calm voice, walked to the fire, and started to undress. I jumped up, ran to her, and grabbed her arm. What are you doing? Wait, I didn't mean that!
Well, what's the big deal? Don't you need me just for that?
Of course not. You got me all wrong.
How should I get you then?
She pulled her arm free and started crying. I lay down beside her, hugged her, and started patting her head. Everything is alright. Calm down.
Leave me alone,
she said through the tears, but didn't try to free herself. You see, I had a hard life before this camp. I just haven't gotten used to this. I don't know how to act in situations like this. I've been alone for a long time. No friends. No loved ones. I've just forgotten how to feel and how to love. It's hard for me. It's so much easier not to get mixed up in those matters. Finally, it became just normal not to. And here we are, something I've never could have imagined. It doesn't mean that I am an egotistical bastard. Although, I guess it seems that maybe I am. I just can't do that right away. ALISA didn't reply and continued crying. But I know one thing for sure. There's nothing between me and Lena. She's a friend, nothing more. I never looked at her that way. And I need you. Not only for what you think I want. I just don't know how to tell you the things you want to hear. They'd carry obligations. See, I'm in the kind of situation now where I even don't know what will happen to me in the next hour, and here, ALISA seemed to not be listening to me at all, or my excuses just didn't reach her. Well, I should be proud of myself. I made a girl cry, and which girl? ALISA, who at first glance seemed to be a complete stranger to any romantic feelings. You know, I can't make this decision for both of us. I can only say for myself that I'm ready to be with you, to support you, to protect you. But you? Why do you need me? I have nothing in my soul. I don't know what I want from this life. Besides, I'm here now, but tomorrow I might be gone. ALISA stopped crying for a moment. Don't you understand that I already made that decision a long time ago? Then, she looked at me with teary eyes. I might have seen happiness in them for a moment. ALISA embraced me and tenderly kissed me. Yes! Love prevails! It was the best kiss of my life. No, it wasn't as passionate as the ones last night, but there was so much tenderness, trust, and love that I just dissolved in her lips, in her arms. I forgot about everything, about the camp, about my past and the doubts which were tormenting me for a moment before. She was all I need. Now. And forever. No! Don't take the bus! Don't take the bus! This kiss might have lasted forever, but suddenly a horn sounded nearby, as if from inside my brain. I turned to the road and saw a bus, an old Liaz. It looked like a regular one. We just lay and looked at it for some time. Soon, the driver left the bus and shouted at us. Hey, lovebirds! This is the last bus to town, are you coming? Shall we go? ALISA said merrily. We jumped up, I grabbed the backpack, took ALISA by the hand and ran to the bus. Don't go on the bus, man! It's the magic bus! In a couple of seconds, we made ourselves comfortable on the back seat. The driver was shouting something from his place, but I didn't listen to him. Here it is, a rescue ship, heading for a new life. I looked at ALISA. I was so eager to say something, to continue the conversation by the fire. She was sleeping peacefully, resting her head on my shoulder. I didn't want to wake her up. There was no need. We had so much time ahead of us. There was no one in the bus except us. The bus was going fast, leaving behind not only my previous life, but also the week I had spent in the pioneer camp called Sovyanok. I went through more during these 7 days than I had throughout all the years of my real life. And how much was still lying ahead in the future? The common country scenery in the window didn't interest me much. I was just watching ALISA peacefully sleeping. My heart was filled with warmth and calmness, and my head finally stopped bursting with thoughts. Please don't fucking teleport us, man! But happiness is a fragile matter. Many things can destroy it. Time, for example. The longer your happiness lasts, the more common it becomes. Emotions dull, new problems and worries appear. I felt good, but the accumulated exhaustion didn't let me to enjoy the moment. I fell asleep. Don't do this to me! Don't do it! ALISA better be up in the bed with me, otherwise I'm gonna fucking freak out! Seems I'm getting old. Day was over and the hangover should... No! 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 Are you kidding me? But wasn't that the good ending? What? I'm confused! How did I get the bad ending again? How did I get the bad ending? I did everything it told me to! Okay, let me just go through all of it again. Just in case, just to be sure. Wait, this is different. Wait. What? Okay, what? I did exactly the same thing that I did before. Like, when we first started looking for Shurik, and went to the bus stop. Oh, maybe I had to go to the bus stop first, because I stayed in the place the first time. I didn't, okay, well, there was a little bit. Looking for Shurik, smiled, there was something behind it, well, if you insist. But before we go, I have to get one thing from home. Okay, you're actually serious, just standing there, let's go. We approached ALISA's cabin. It'll be just like all the other cabins, but if not for the Jolly Roger on the door. By the way, Oyana is my roommate. Okay? We entered the cabin. The complete chaos inside really reminded me of my old flat. Though, why I thought of it as old? In general, I would imagine a girl's room differently. Snow white sheets, walls, floor, and ceiling shining spotless. But when you consider that the two most exemplary pioneers living here, we just stood silently for some time. What did you need me to get? Huh? It seems like I interrupted Alyssa's thinking. Yeah. It's not actually... He's not here, actually. Wait, here, I'll be back in a minute. She smiled and ran out. She seems really flaky today. I began to examine the room. I wouldn't say that there had been an explosion, it was just a decent mess. Well, at least by looking at all this mess, created in one Pioneer session, I can surely say that I'm not the messiest person in the world. The decoration of my apartment took years to be completed. I wasn't thinking about anything in particular, I was just looking around the room. Posters of Soviet artists, some books on the shelves, various household items. Then I realized that everything is wrong. Something will happen soon. Something bad. Why did Alyssa leave me here all alone? There was something I had to discover. My gut told me that it's dangerous to stay here. I went to the door and tried to open it. Locked! What a surprise. How did she manage to quietly lock me in? I don't know what's on her mind, but I need to get out of here. I went to the window, opened it, and climbed out. No, I can go and take care of business, or I chose the second option and waited. What's the reason she had me locked up? I wanted to know what was happening, plus I really want to see Alyssa's face when she finds her room empty. I hid in the bushes next to the house and waited. After some time I heard footsteps. Alyssa and Olga came to the house. You'll see everything for yourself. She opened the door and went in. A few seconds later she ran back out. You know, Alyssa's face looked as if she had just won the mouse catching competition, but at the last moment found out that it's not a real Olympic sport. So he just disappeared? Olga asked skeptically. I did the right thing by closing the window after myself. Oh, no, you know. I understand everything. You and your roommate, every time the same thing. Haven't you had enough? But it's true. Really. One story after another. Semyon in your cabin, Semyon harassing you. Why do you keep lying? That's horrible. Alyssa seemed really upset and, to my surprise, was not trying to argue. On the one hand, it was funny to look at, but on the other, I felt a bit sorry for her. She deserves it, though. Our leader finally finished scolding her and left. Alyssa was mad. She clenched her fists and trembled. Her face was flushed. It seems to me that she was going to explode. I sat in the bushes and left quietly. However, I was wondering what was on her mind, and I came out of my hiding place, not afraid of being beaten. So what exactly did you want to show the leader? Me? Alyssa turned and looked at me with disbelief. After a moment, surprise turned to anger. You! What about me? She calmed down a bit. I wanted to take revenge. For what? Really, what did I do to get this girl to want revenge? You beat me in cards! What a fantastic reason. No doubt. I see. Maybe I should apologize to you? I asked sarcastically. Screw you! She went into the house, slamming the door. I wasn't angry at Alyssa. In the end, I'd expected her to do something like this. Anyway, I got through it without consequences. I was very lucky. Her confusion and embarrassment just made my day. Chuckling, I left Alyssa's cabin, which was about to become my death trap. Oh? I went for lunch with mixed feelings, with a sense of accomplishment, and with the realization of time wasted. Canteen was crowded. Couldn't stay unnoticed. Olga called me. Semyon, come with us. The camp leader, Slavia, and Electronic were sitting at the 4-seat table. I nodded and went to get my food. This time, I had to spend several minutes in the queue. Today's menu didn't differ from the other day's menus. Dishes looked the same, at least. When I sat at the table and wished bon appetit to everyone, Olga said, So what are you thinking? About what? We searched for Shirk all around. It's noon and he's nowhere to be found. I took note of the round, but didn't want to put it out. I already went through this.
Okay, just run away, tell Olga you're with ALISA, and then give her the carbon. Just asking. Okay, overdose on stolen candies. And don't ask about the bundle. Good luck, I shouted after her. Thank you. She gave me one of her sweet smiles before leaving. Okay? And then give her the activated carbon. Don't eat the apple. Even assuming this is a normal apple, in any case I shouldn't eat unwashed fruits. Just like that. I found a reason for my fear and put the apple away. It was time to go for dinner. Okay, so that was that. And the bomb, and I have to go with ALISA. And Jesus Christ, okay. So, hopefully, just fucking hopefully, oh god. Oh, I have to go past this. Go, okay, fuck me. I don't want to do this shit again. Where am I? Oh, this is different. Finally, we came out of a tunnel into some kind of hall with a high ceiling. Though it could hardly be called a hall. They must have just used to mine something here. Coal, probably, and maybe gold. The walls have been cut by pickaxes or pneumatic drills. This place was pitch black, so our only salvation was the flashlight. If it breaks, it's unlikely that we'll ever get out of here. I noticed a red piece of cloth in its light. It was Pioneer's neckerchief. Shurk was obviously here somewhere. Shurk! Shurk! Only my echo responded to me. Why are you shouting? It's not like he can hear you. You never know. ALISA didn't reply, just sighed. There was no other exit from this hall. Obviously, it's quite possible that there are some nooks in these tunnels we haven't checked yet. So we have to keep looking. Ah, fuck me! I don't want her, but I don't want her! Go right. Go right. Go right. Go left. Go right. There we go! Bam! Okay, so that's that. So day 5. The whole pervy stuff. Anything say to this? The carbon, go with Shurk. Okay, and this is just nothing really. This is just that hesitation. I made my way to the infirmary. Ran in front of the door as I stopped as some mysterious force was holding me. I had absolutely no desire to face this camp nurse without any urgent need, but on the other hand, I almost did a great deed yesterday. So, in some sense, she owed me. I took heart and opened the door. Hi, Pioneer. Hello. I'm sorry that I was so late yesterday. It wasn't a problem at all. Why have you come? Are you sick? She smiled slyly. Well, I got my feet a bit... You got a bit what? My feet. I gave a stupid answer. Okay, show me. I sat on the couch and took off my boots. How did you manage that? I better keep silent about what happened near the washstands. Well, Okay, never mind. Wait a second. She rummaged in the drawer and took out a big red pill with a cross-shaped notch on the vial. And what is that for? I was disturbed by the size of the pill in a strange shape. They are broken in halves, usually, and not in quarters. This is to make the amputation of your legs unnecessary. What? Oh, fuck me! Jesus Christ! Nothing, don't be afraid, Pioneer. You'll take it and it will all be alright. And this pill, why does it look like that? That's for patients who refuse to take medicines priorly. We screwed into them with a screwdriver then. I didn't dare to ask where they were being screwed in, actually. And now try to bear it a bit. She took a big pack of cotton wool, wrapped a bud with it, and applied plenty of iodine to it. I braced myself for the torments of hell. I moaned quietly. But my trust in this method of disinfection was much higher than in the odd pill, so I had to withstand the burning. Now it's done. I put on my boots and tried to walk. My feet were still hurting, but the sharp pain was gone. Thank you. Don't mention it. Drop in any time, Pioneer. Fuck me, she's something. I said goodbye and left the infirmary.
My health problem was solved. It's the right time to eat now. They're just starting to have gone through so many things. Go Yugoslavia. Okay, come on. This has to be it. Thanks to the girl's help. God, where do I go now? Meet ALISA in the library. And stay on guard. Come on, we're almost there. We gotta get the good stuff, yo. Are you gonna give me the good stuff, or are you just gonna fuck me again? I feel like you're gonna fuck me again. And I don't... Why was Miku in the dream again? I feel like that's what fucked it. See what ALISA and Lena are arguing about. Okay, this has to be it. This has to be it, man. Because if this isn't it, then I'm just gonna... I won't know what to do, man. If this isn't it, I won't know what the fuck to do. I'm gonna be too confused. And, okay, we're almost there, we're almost there, we're almost there. Come on, keep going, go, 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 go. And we have the awesome sexy time, day 7. We're going through. Come on, okay, this has to be it. Anything different? Am I gonna get the good ending? No? I didn't get the... Ah! I got the good ending! Yes! Hey! I turned around and saw a girl standing nearby. Her tone wasn't too polite, but it wasn't hostile either. I liked your performance. Thanks. The darkness of the club prevented me from clearly seeing her face, but I was sure that was extremely familiar to me. And you... I stepped forward. Exactly! It was ALISA! I froze at the spot, unable to speak. What about me? Nothing. I just thought I'd seen you somewhere. I decided not to jump at her with questions about a pioneer camp. After all, it's possible that this girl merely looks like her, or something like that. Anyway, it was obvious that she was seeing me for the first time, or at least pretending to. Well, generally it's true. She peered. Well, my name's Semyon. Forcing an artificial smile, I offered her my hand. I actually know that. How? Read it on the internet? Yeah, of course. And you are? ALISA. She replied somewhat confusedly. So I was right. But how right was I? Listen, did you ever go to a pioneer camp as a child? No. Why are you asking? Just seems that I met you there. How could you have met me there if I was never been there? She laughed. Oh, yes. All of you musicians are somehow strange, no doubt. Well, I just want to say that music is not too bad. ALISA turned to leave. I felt that I need to do something, say something. Will you come to our next concert? When? To be honest, I had no idea of myself. Soon? Yeah, maybe. Send me a message. Yeah, sure. We share contact details with each other. Then I'll see you again, probably. Yes! So, what? Okay, I'm still confused, but I'm so glad. She waved her hand and went out. Obviously, I have no idea if she was that very same ALISA I met in the camp. Any number of theories were nullified by an absolute absence of facts. But at that moment, it was the last thing that concerned me, as I was filled with emotions both from the concert and meeting ALISA. After all, nothing preventing me from calling her, and then we'll see. I smiled, shouldered my guitar, and started walking out to the 410 bus stop with my mates. Ha! Yes! Finally, that was... Pickup Guru. That was... Wow, I don't know why I didn't do that the first time, because I did everything. I did everything right the first time, and I don't know why. The only difference is that when I went to the bus stop first, instead of staying at home. So I think that was the only difference. So I think that may have been needed to be included in the walkthrough. Every story has its beginning and its end. Synopsis, blah, 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 blah. And there we go. We got the good ending! We got my baby ending! I'm so happy! Oh god, my neighbors are going to be wondering why the fuck I'm yelling. But that's okay. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you, I think F22 Raptor it is. Let me have a look. And it is, yes, F22 Raptor. Thank you so much. for your help, man. That's fucking sick. So I'll be doing all of the endings, so you guys don't have to worry. I am very into this game. So everybody, remember to like, subscribe, comment, click on that notification button. I'll see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye bye!